Governor, thanks so much for joining us. You signed a bill expanding mail-in voting in Delaware just last month. Does this warning from the Postal Service concern you that your constituents won't be able to take advantage of this new option?
It is concerning, Jim. It's actually outrageous that somehow we wouldn't provide the funding necessary for the Postal Service to process those ballots submitted by mail by Delawareans. We did pass the legislation at the end of June. I signed it on July 1st. In light of the pandemic conditions here in our state and across the country, we wanted every Delawarean to vote in a way that was safe so that they could do it by mail. And if the Postal Services, we are a ballot in hand state, meaning the ballots have to be in hand on election day, and the Postal Service needs to process those mail-in ballots in order for every ballot to count. Just outrageous that the funding wouldn't be there to allow that to happen.
And this is, of course, all coming as the president is waging his own battle against mail-in voting. How concerned are you that the people of your state may believe the mistruths that we're hearing out there, that he's putting out there about this process? It has to make your job tougher because you're trying to get that information out there about what's really happening.
Yeah, absolutely. It does. Makes it much more complicated for the constituents, the people that I represent here in Delaware. They're confused by what they hear. They know that we just saw a report from the intelligence agencies that the Russians plan to interfere with our elections this time as they did in 2016. It's hard to believe that we would have to worry about the president trying to interfere with the processing of vote-by-mail ballots. And I hear that from my constituents. The confusion is just unnecessary and certainly not helpful.
Is that what you think is going on, that the president is trying to interfere in the election?
Well, it seems to be, if he's openly saying that he's not going to provide the funding. We ought to be looking for ways to provide funding so that the Postal Service can make it possible for those mail-in ballots to be received on time as they would have to be here in Delaware, and so that every vote counted. The Postal Service sent letters out to, I think, 46 states. Many of those states, there's evidence that they're interfering with those states that are kind of toss-up kinds of states. They're interfering with the elections in those states, and that's very concerning, obviously.
And what would your message be to the president, just very briefly, on all of this?
Yeah, my message would be to do whatever you can, whatever is possible to fund the Postal Service so that we can conduct an election here safely, where all the ballots can be counted in states like Delaware, which has vote-by-mail process, where ballots have to be received on election day, and they are will be processed mostly through the Postal Service. We need the resources at the U.S. Postal Service to make sure that that happens. The President and the Congress can provide funding to make that possible.
All right, Governor.